Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Cassini Project. I'm your neighborhood-friendly game master, Sir Boulevard, and we've got a full cast today. Every single player is here.
Shock!
I know. What the hell, guys? One of you's supposed to be absent.
Mm-hmm.
How dare we? How dare we all show up? I brought a doctor's note.
My doctor said I had to come. Apparently, it's
yeah,
good
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why, but he said I had to come. So I'm sort of here by protest.
Something
I'm still
called
up the contract.
social interaction.
Well, we can't have any of that. What are you doing here? All right. Enough fooling around. Let's introduce our cast like always. First, Captain Harrison.
Hi there, I'm Captain Harrison. I'm playing the guy who is not the other guy you made it for. First guy.
And Commander Catharis.
I'm Commander Catharis, the, I suppose, new EXO.
And then Lieutenant Commander Kagan.
Gesundheit. That's Klingon for bless you.
That's cultural appropriation there.
Always better than the original Klingon.
And we're going to introduce next Lieutenant Graz.
Good evening, I'm Lieutenant Graz, aka Bazak, and I fly things.
And for the last time on our show as a regular, but he's here to show up anyways, Dr. Varask.
Hello, may the balance be with you.
Finally, you got it in.
Yes.
And we just got sued.
And yeah, but that's the ferry. So
yeah, I just got sued as well for I don't know even what it's suing me for, but just by being here, I'm sued.
No, I mean that's fair.
Yeah.
And introducing our new member of our crew. Well, originally she was an NPC, but now she's been promoted to PC. Lieutenant Alice Thilschik.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sarah, and I am the Chief of Security.
Felix.
Wow.
Felix. Yeah.
Felix.
I'm just imagining static
Built-in
noises
rim shot.
every time.
Why do I imagine her saying that while coming up behind you with a handful of chloroform?
while coming in through one of the Star Trek doors.
I'm not supposed to give away my master plan.
Spoilers.
Well, let's start this story with a little bit of a humanizing element, with three of our officers having a little exploration of the Klingon psyche on the holodeck.
Oh, good.
So, we have Lieutenant Commander Kagan, Commander Catharis, and Lieutenant Felix are engaging in one of Kagan's calisthenics programs as a chance to experiment with hand-to-hand combat. For the duration of this mission, you guys have been issued holographic bathlets. You cannot take this bat'leth outside of the room.
Rats.
I'm still gonna try, you know that, right?
Mm-hmm. The only one who has a real one is Kagan.
Rats.
So in other words, you're saying that we can steal it?
You try robbing a Klingon.
Yeah, no thanks.
I want to
Alright.
live.
So the three of you are stalking through what appears to be a jungle on Kronos.
This program is one of the legacy programs we had before we all lost our memories. I re-examined it and found out that it didn't have safeties enabled, so I went ahead and turned those on before we came in. Because calisthenics are great, but we don't want to get hurt.
Ariel chimes in.
I'm laughing in character.
Yes, that was in character.
Ariel chimes in over the intercom. That was a wise decision, Lieutenant Commander. It would have been most inefficient to have people come back without limbs or heads.
We need those to live.
Shockingly.
Don't Klingons have redundancies? I guess not with the limbs, huh?
Well, it's not like you're gonna just grow one back.
Well, maybe that's something for another time. As two monsters that kind of look like they come out of a Japanese monster movie jump out from the underbrush.
Oh no!
So like, ooh.
Oh wow, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Combat
Sorry.
music.
Put it up a little too high. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
All right. So they're all wielding some sort of bladed weapon. Who wants to go first?
Let's dance, boys. Bring it.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Let's let the Klingon have his fun.
Follow your lead.
All righty then.
Oh,
Oop.
Who'd we lose?
Probably just fixing their, the beam.
Okay.
All right. Well, Kagan, if you want to go first,
Okay, yeah.
roll for your batleth.
And that is daring security, correct?
Actually, I think you can just yes, daring security.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to see if they hit.
Yes, got to see if they hit.
Right. And I have a focus in melee combat. Is that, I assume that applies?
That definitely applies. Oh, so it's a toss-up, which means it goes to the defender. So you take 2 points of stress damage. All right, and so they're going to go next, and the same one is going to try...
Wait, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
If the target wins, you put. Never mind. You're all good. Yeah.
So the kind of turtle-like creature you're kind of locked together, and he completely blocks your roll and kind of headbutts you. And then he tries to go in for another strike.
oh my goodness!
Ooh.
Ooh,
Nat
Ouch.
one.
that's no bueno. Ooh.
That's really no bueno.
Ow! Ow!
That is maul.
Uh-oh.
And it goes in, it knocks you down, and as it starts going for what would be a kill blow, the program freezes. Oh.
Ouch! So how do those twos?
Mulligan.
Sorry, just how are those twos measured in terms of stress?
They're too stressed.
They're too stressed.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah. So, since these were holographic injuries, please remove the stress from you because they were not actual injuries.
Hooray!
And the program deactivates.
That was
That was
insightful.
anticlimactic.
Very much so.
I didn't even get a turn.
No, you didn't. Kagan just failed that hard.
Need to turn the difficulty down, Commander?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Computer reactivate program.
Oh,
Training mode activated. And just one of them appears right there in the room without the holographic environment.
Lieutenant.
I'm gonna crack my knuckles.
All right, roll for it.
Alright, daring security?
Yes, daring security.
Aggressive negotiations? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say in this case yes, because you're aggressively negotiating with Kagan.
Nice.
Right, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. stuff.
Nice.
All right, roll that bat left.
All right. Let's see here. There it is.
Yeah, and that kills that thing right there as it tries to as you slice it in half.
I give a polite clap.
Well, it's a good thing you're the chief of security, then, isn't it?
Quite.
No wonder he's not allowed on Kronos.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Ariel pipes in again. Perhaps it would be a good thing for you to practice further, Commander.
Just
Thanks,
wait.
Ariel. I'll make a note.
Just wait what you can see me do with an ice pick.
Oh boy.
Ushan, to the death!
Oh, boy.
No to the pain.
Depends on how we're feeling. It's at this moment that your combatches all chirp. Instant Ryu to all senior officers. We are approaching the Aerodem belt. All senior staff report to the bridge.
Well, fun's over.
Best 2 out of 3 later.
Sounds good to me.
Accepted.
So you guys exit the holodeck and start walking down the corridor towards the turbo lift. This is an opportunity to roleplay, guys.
Hey, do I still get stuck in the sick bay?
No, you've been summoned to the bridge too.
Nice.
I'm gonna suggest next program we do it on Andoria. Let's see how you do in the cold. Maybe it'll suit you better.
Okay.
Or if you really want to have fun, we could try a one-on-one competition.
Ah!
I just grin.
What, you don't want in on the fun?
I absolutely want in on the fun. I've never actually been to Andoria, I think.
You would know. You would have needed more than their fur coat.
It's at this moment you realize you've been standing in front of the turbo lift for about 15 seconds longer than you normally would have.
Where's the turbo lift?
Ariel?
The turbo
Status of
lift,
the turbo lift?
the turbo lift appears to have been overridden on deck 10.
By who?
Centurion Sahen.
Is he still in the? Is he in the turbo lift?
According to my sensors, he is in the turbo lift, along with Lieutenant Kashima.
Does he have? Does he have a comp badge?
He has a personal communicator on his wrist that is tied into the comm system.
My hand kind of hovers over my comm badge for a second, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to know.
Does he mind?
Well, he has been summoned to the bridge too, you know.
Kagan to Sahen.
You know, you could override him.
Considering you don't get a response, that's probably going to be your only option.
I'm gonna do it because I'm frustrated.
And because you're chief of security.
Mhm.
Exactly. Not
And the
much
turbo
shit.
lift immediately starts moving again. And as the doors open, you see the two of them in the most disheveled state possible. Their hair is all out of alignment, and it's very clear that
Do
you
you
just-
mind?
yeah. Commander, how are you doing today? Oh, for goodness sakes, Kashima, they caught us.
You know, we have to get to the bridge too. I'm just saying. And I step in and I turn my back towards them.
And Kashima
my
just
hands-
walks. And
My
just
hands fold behind my back.
and Kashima just walks out Have a nice day, commanders. Just like blushing horribly, walking forward. Just surreptitiously, you just hear Sahen zip up his fly.
I wrinkle my nose just a slight bit.
Let's not talk about this right now. As he just starts readjusting his hair.
I'd rather forget too, but
Forget what?
Exactly.
Oh no, who did we lose? Oh no, we lost Steph.
Yeah, no, they're out.
They're
Must
out.
get into troubles.
Oh no.
That's how it goes.
Well, the door's shut and it starts moving again, and Sahen stops and he goes, "Look, I'm aware this is really awkward. I'm just going to say this once. Like, okay, we don't know anything about ourselves, but he's not seeing anyone. I'm not seeing anyone. What the hell? It's not going to be a problem, right?"
Time,
It's a problem
place.
when you're holding up the or when you're holding up the elevator.
Yeah, time, place.
Turbo lift.
Okay, fair, but it's not like engineering gets much time off on this ship.
You couldn't at least go to a Jeffrey's tube or something?
Have you tried doing anything there?
Chief of Security here has a point.
All right, fine. We'll limit activities.
You want the security schematics? I can totally give them to you.
I have the engineering ones. I know of places you probably missed.
Unlikely.
We'll compare notes later.
Just not in the turbo lift, okay?
Okay. He pushes the button and the lift starts moving again. And then you guys step out onto the bridge, where Lieutenant Graz is sitting patiently at the helm along with Ensign Alice Ryuk.
Yeah, good. We're just arriving towards the Iridian Belt. But you probably already knew that because of the announcement. Never mind.
That would be the point of the announcement, Lieutenant. And Ryuk just turns over and goes, "Commanders, Lieutenant, Captain's currently in a communication with Captain Stevens on board the Rhea right now. They're coordinating with the rest of the fleet, trying to get security protocols updated. And then all of a sudden there's a bing, 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 bing coming from his console. Excuse me."
Yeah, sure.
He walks over and he's answering a communication. And when he finishes, he turns around and goes, "Well, that makes things a little more awkward. That was a communication from a Romulan runabout."
Romulan runabout?
Yeah, they weren't able to communicate from over subspace because some of the beacons are still down, but they're actually en route to meet you, Centurion. And Sahen just goes, "Me? Why me?" They said they're attachés. Both of them said that they're the sub-commander on the line said that he's a old friend of yours along with the other passenger. They're supposed to get you caught up on your own personnel file. Okay then. When are they going to get here? Within the hour. They want to hit us before we get into the belt.
If they're going to be here within the hour, they ought to be in sensor range. I'd like to do a general scan of the area anyway, just to see if we can pick them up and if we can pick anything else up in the area.
Absolutely. So, I'm going to say that's going to be an insight science roll for this one.
Okay. Let's see. Can the ship assist?
The ship is absolutely going to be assisting.
Said insight science. Stellar cartography or astrophysics? Would either of those apply?
I'm not going to say either of those apply.
Okay.
And
One.
it's a difficulty 1 task, so
Yay, momentum.
yay, you guys gain a single momentum.
Un momentum, por favor.
Wait, did you only roll 1 dice?
For the ship, only can roll 1 dice.
Oh, okay.
Because if the ship is assisting, it can only roll 1.
Okay.
Under normal, if it's a really difficult task, sometimes Ariel will assist as well, if the ship is, but this was such a minor task that she didn't need to get involved.
Yeah, this is routine stuff.
For a second, I thought it was Kagan only rolling the 1 die. That's why I was confused.
So, yeah, you pick up a Romulan Kestrel class runabout that's approaching you guys at about warp 4.5.
I have the ship on sensors, putting it on screen.
Should I slow down, sir?
Well, that would be up to Catheris, who's typing away manually in chat. Lieutenant Graz had actually just asked, do you want me to put them on screen?
Okay.
To hail them. Which would be you.
The captain is in a meeting and is otherwise indisposed.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. I was like, why is it me? Okay, I nod to Lieutenant Graz.
All right. So, an image of a Romulan Kestrel class runabout appears, and a Romulan appears on the screen. A Romulan wearing a Republic uniform, wearing in the traditional Romulan haircut, not quite the bowl cut, but with the tilted down along the ridges style.
Right.
And a tattoo over his left eye. Answers. Federation Starship Cassini. This is the Romulan runabout Lihara, requesting permission to dock.
What was it? What was the name of the vessel? Sorry.
Lahan.
Lahan, this is Cassini. We read you. This is Commander Catheris. You have permission to come alongside.
Understood. We're going to approach on your starboard side, Cassini. If you could please drop to impulse power, that would be greatly appreciated.
Doing so now. And I give Graz a look.
And I do the roll. I assume there is a roll.
If you want to roll, it's a difficulty 0 task. You're not under stress.
We can use that momentum.
I'm going to roll it just because.
All right.
Momentum.
We get a complication, we just go faster.
Yeah. If we get a complication, I'm blaming Zorbane. What's the roll?
Okay, fire roll.
So it's just control con, like any other piloting.
All right.
Ship assist?
Yeah, the ship will assist. Which is super easy.
Oh, I should have. That should be. I should have put a focus on there.
Yeah.
So it's 3 all up with the focus.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that your focus applies. So you guys gain 3 of momentum. So
Nice.
Yay.
yeah, nicely done. So you drop from warp, and the runabout a few minutes later, about an hour later, is gonna come up alongside you.
Do we have any security checks that we need to do?
Not really. They send you all their access codes and so forth, and their clearances, and the stuff is signed off.
Yeah, the Romulan
Yeah,
Republic is
checks
part
out.
of the Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I assume if the captain is still busy, I would go down to the transporter room to meet them.
They're gonna dock, so
okay.
they're gonna actually manually dock. A Kestrel class runabout won't fit inside the Cassini shuttle base, so they're gonna dock at your starboard side airlock. The captain will of course need to be briefed about this, but obviously before you do that, there are 2 people on board. Both of them are from a Romulan Republic warbird, and have been given special compensation to make this brief trip. First is the sub commander, who apparently is the first officer of his vessel. his personnel file gives his name as Tovan Kev.
Could you put that in the chat so I can?
So wait, Tovan?
Tovan.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tovan Kev, and he is the
Uh,
sub-commander.
Sub-Commander Tovan Kev of the Romulan Republic Militia. And then the other one is identified as, and this is the part where it gets interesting, as a Rai Katoras Sahen.
Uh-oh.
That's a hyphenated name, I should mention.
Okay.
And so you recognize that the male Romulan you spoke to when you hailed is definitely the Tovan.
Mm-hmm.
And this Rai is apparently a biochemist. And both of these individuals are from the Varanak colony. And they also sent forward you Sahen's biographical data, which also indicates that he is from Varanak colony.
Okay.
Which, according to just a cursory glance, indicates it was wiped out about a year and a half ago by Tal Shiar forces.
God, okay.
For those
Sorry,
who
can
don't
you
know, it's the colony you start off as a Romulan.
Mm-hmm. So
Can you write out the name of the other person? Sorry.
Rai? Okay.
Yeah. I now have a note sheet, so I like to have
Nice.
names.
There she is.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
So, meanwhile, in the captain's ready room, Captain, you are wrapping up a discussion with Captain Stevens about security protocols and reacclimating the crew, and it's all very boring, dry stuff. When Commander Catheris hails you.
Captain, if you give me one moment, please.
Absolutely, Captain. I think we're about done here anyways. My mind's starting to go blind. Have a good day. It's Rhea out.
Cassini out.
And the transmission ends.
There we go.
Steph?
Sorry, yeah, no, my mom just called me. Sorry.
Oh, that's
No big.
I just didn't wanna talk over the recording. That's all.
Fair.
Understood.
Understandable.
Anyway, yeah, this sounds like Catheris just hailed me about what's.
Yes.
Yes. Captain, the Romulan runabout has just arrived.
He was not briefed on this. He wasn't aware of it.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well then, I guess I will brief him before I tell him that.
Be a good idea.
And
So I get briefed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Commander. I'll head my way down.
All right. Meanwhile, as you exit onto the bridge, you notice that you guys have finally approached the Eridim Belt, which is a large nebular body that stretches alongside the Romulan Federation border. It basically is from what most records indicate, is a largely empty area of space that's mostly inhabited by single world star systems. In addition, it's kind of a natural barrier for a lot of races around here. It emits a lot of electromagnetic disturbances, which similar to the Shackleton Expanse, but not as severe, which makes some starship travel dangerous. In addition, part of your charting mission is going to be about trying to chart as many unidentified star systems to allow for ease of access and looking for worlds that could be potentially exploited by the Alliance.
So it's an area somewhat similar to the Briar Patch of the Badlands.
Not anywhere near that. It's closer to a nebular. It's a nebular body first and foremost. It's just every so often it just has a lot of radiation that changes. It's not super chaotic space where there's going to be like plasma storms or stuff like that. But every so often there might be an electromagnetic eddy or something.
Okay.
So, do you have any orders for your crew before you head down to meet this runabout?
No, everyone's performing great. Nice. Actually, I am going to say one thing as everyone. So, Centurion Sahen, I understand you were cut out of uniform this morning.
Has he been briefed about this yet?
Can I spend a momentum to say that I actually someone sent me a text message? Because the only thing that travels faster than Warp 10 is gossip.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I've got my back to him. I'm just in front of the turbo lift, and I just mentioned that.
And Sam just goes, sorry about that, Captain. I did lock the doors.
I just look back over him. Just do try to keep that to off-duty hours next time.
Yes, Captain. And he just kind of...
Make sure your fly is zipped.
Captain, would you like accompaniment?
Absolutely, Commander.
I will go with the captain.
And Centurion Sahen is coming along too, since it's about him.
That makes a lot of sense.
And Ensign Callus turns around and goes, any orders before we get... for us, sir?
No. I believe, Commander Kagan, you have the con.
Aye.
All right. So as you guys make your way down, and the shuttle comes alongside and docks, a small honor party shows up alongside you guys, and they blow the bosun's whistle.
Ooh, very nice.
And it's at this moment that the two Romulans board the ship. Permission to come aboard, Captain.
Permission granted. Welcome aboard the USS Cassini.
Glad to be here. I'm Subcommander Tovan Kev. This is Centurion Rai.
Good to meet both of you.
It's nice to meet you as well. Jolan True.
Jolan True.
Bakata just kind of walks forward. Jolan True. Jolan True, Bakata. It's been a long time. How are you handling this? Well, I don't know who you are, so I don't know how. It was understandable. Well, my entire purpose here is to brief you on who you are. Rai kind of steps forward and goes, you probably saw my name on the roster. I'm your ex-wife.
Oh boy.
And before you start, his eyes are just starting to go bug-eyed. Just like the idea of him with a woman is terrifying him. She goes, no, you don't understand. It was a political marriage. We didn't want it. When the homeworld was, we were betrothed when we were little kids, and when the homeworld was destroyed, and we were being raised on Varanat, we decided to break it off. I mean, we were only 10 years old. And he just kind of like, I don't know how to, that's a lot of information to take in. And Kevin's like, yes, it is. Why don't we start acclimating you? And Tovan turns to you, Captain, and goes, can we take some crew quarters so that we can discuss this in private?
Absolutely. I believe we have a VIP suite available.
Wonderful. We'll make our way there. And security officer this offers to guide them, and they start walking down that way, all three of them. And it's at this moment that, Captain, your combat chirps again.
Okay. Captain Harrison here.
Captain Harrison, this is Captain Feng. Could you could you meet me in my quarters? We need to, I need to brief you on the Frosten situation.
Understood. On my way. And I make sure my combat is off before sighing deeply.
All right.
This time, I'll leave you to it. I'll head back to the bridge.
Understood, Commander.
All right, sounds like a plan. So, Captain, as you walk into Captain Fang's quarters, I didn't get a chance to make a new thing for her this time, sadly, but she's actually she's wearing a nice blue dress.
Captain Fang?
Captain, it's good to see you. I needed to start briefing you on things. It's complicated about our culture. I want you to roll an insight command check.
Sounds good. I assume at some point I would have done some briefing on my own about their Frosten culture.
You have.
Alright, insight command. Can I use diplomacy as a focus?
No, not in this case.
Okay.
Okay, so that was actually I wasn't going to give you the difficulty on this one because it's going to be a sliding scale. But you get the feeling that something's off.
Captain, is there some information you'd like to share with me?
Yes, several. First, I want to explain the limitations of our powers. I'm aware that, that my empathy has been kind of been made aware, but I want you to understand that's a very, very low-level power. I don't possess full telepathy like many of my brethren do. Most are only mildly telepathic. But when you meet my brother, there's something you need to know. He's not just telepathic, he's telekinetic.
Understood. He can manipulate physical objects with his mind.
He can do a lot more than that. He's unnaturally strong at it, even among telekinetics. Most would go insane from it, and it's... You notice that she's kind of struggling to say the words. Captain, I want you to roll an insight medicine check.
Oh, great, because medicine's a great stat I have.
Oh, she's nervous.
Okay.
Oh boy, that complication.
Uh-oh.
So
I got that success.
I'm gonna say the complication negates the success.
Okay.
You're not sure, but she's still acting kind of weird. She goes, Captain, this is... You have to understand our abilities and our augmentation. I understand are distasteful to humans, but it's a complicated story, and I need to explain. And then I need you to roll another one.
Another insight
Medicine.
Can I use some momentum this time?
Yeah, you can use some momentum.
Okay. I'm gonna use one momentum. Let's do this.
Oh my god.
Okay.
No complications this time.
No complications time, but you're noticing she's kind of wobbly.
Captain, are you alright?
No, oh god. And her eyes roll into the back of her head.
I moved to catch her. She's gonna fall, right?
Yeah, she's about to fall. I'm going to say that you need to roll a... Let's go with fitness command check on this one.
Fitness command. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. All right, you catch her, and...
All right.
Is
she out?
Was that with momentum?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was with momentum, so.
Which you gained immediately back.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so...
Alright, so if I have my arms, is she out? Like she's
out. She is not...
I'm tapping my comm badge. Medical emergency to VIP room 2.
And Nurse Varask gets on the line. On our way, Captain.
Alright, I'm checking her. I'm gonna try to check her pulse, try to make sure she's not like gonna throw up.
Um,
Just do basic kind of like emergency medicine with what I have available.
So, I mean, you obviously don't have... I'm going to say that's going to have to be an insight medicine check if you're going to be doing this. Difficulty is going to be 2, though.
Okay. I just want to make sure that she's not going to kill herself by the time the medical team gets...
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't know enough about frozen physiology.
No, you can't tell what's wrong with her. She does feel warm, though. Warmer than normal.
I am going to try and sit her up so she doesn't end up choking on something.
Okay, so you lean her up against one of her couches, and her eyes are still rolled in the back of her head, and her eyelids are still open.
Okay.
Oh.
What's her pulse like? Is it fast or is it slow?
You don't know enough about frozen physiology. If it was compared to a human, it would feel fast, but you don't know if that's good or bad or what have you for her. As Vavaros rushes in with one of the new nurses who transferred on board when you guys were at Starbase 39 Sierra.
Okay, I stand back and let him work.
All right, and she moves to try and scan her, and she goes, "What the hell? I actually need to roll for this, so hang on." All right. So as she tries to scan, she goes, "I'm not getting any readings on her. We need to get her to sick bay. Go!" And they put her onto a stretcher and they start carrying her out the door.
Call Dr. Varask.
Is Dr. Varask?
Dr. Varask, we have a medical emergency. Please report to sick bay immediately.
On the way.
And I'm heading there as well.
All right. So as you enter sickbay, Fang is still completely non-responsive as she's lifted onto the biobed. And even then, the biobeds are having problems reading her.
Okay. I'll gotta just try to use all my tools, I guess. I'll ask. What happened?
I was speaking with her, and she became unresponsive. It looked like I wasn't quite sure what was going on. She was discussing to me about her Verazan telepathic abilities.
Okay. So what can I tell from whatever medical instruments I have right now?
So I'm gonna have you roll. You're also gonna need to roll an insight medicine test.
Okay.
Now that she's in sickbay, can the ship assist with that roll?
Yes, the ship absolutely can assist with that roll. Does someone else want to roll that for me, please?
I'll roll it.
So medicine and insight?
Insight medicine, yes.
Okay.
And then for the Cassini, it's going to be sensors medicine.
Sensors medicine, got it.
No complication.
Okay.
Very helpful.
All right. So as you're scanning her, you're realizing that, oh crap, her fur is literally reflecting the EM radiation back at you. It seems like their fur has been genetically engineered to reflect low-level sensor scans.
Huh. Genetically. Can I take a blood sample?
You could take a blood sample, but it's going to be hard for you to tell where her veins are.
Oh. I guess there's no one here with knowledge in fluorescent physiology.
Nurse Vavaros looks around. Well, the closest baseline would be the Caitians, but they've diverged quite significantly as a species. I don't know how close it would be, and it might not even account for what's wrong with her.
Well, we have the fur, right? We can, or just take a skin sample or something like that, maybe.
Maybe we could do be a little more invasive with our probes. Scan her in her fur.
Yeah. Okay. A probe of some sort.
She's talking about the little dongle on the medical tricorder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of those probes.
Okay.
Maybe if you scanned her inside her fur, you could get through it.
All right. Let's do that.
Okay. So you are going to have to roll another insight medicine check. This one's going to be difficulty 2 because you're not familiar with her biology, but I'm going to allow your xenobiology focus to apply.
Okay, sweet. Computer help this time?
I'm gonna have Nurse Vavaros actually help you on this one, because she's gonna grab another medical tricorder and start scanning her from the other arm, like from where her you're gonna start scanning from the tops of the head. You're taking the right side, she's taking the left side.
Okay.
So you're gonna get the half with the cybernetic arm, she's gonna have the half that doesn't have it.
Okay.
Can the ship...
I guess she's helping, so I don't think I'll need no momentum.
Yeah.
Can the ship assist as well?
The ship is actually going to be processing this data.
Oh,
I mean,
Okay,
I
so-
failed anyways.
Yeah.
And I'm going to allow just only the one counts on that. And then Adcon, would you mind rolling for the ship?
Sure, we're looking for its sensor's medicine.
Yes.
Okay, let me... Character sheet, da-da-da-da-da. Sensors, medicine.
And remember, yeah. All right, so with those two, you get the success.
Yay!
We
So-
did the thing!
You did the thing!
We
Look
did
how
the
good.
science!
Science has been done. But what you very quickly realize is that not only has Frosten physiology diverted from her, you are detecting probably you're reading elevated levels of white blood cells throughout her body. You're also seeing that it's going to be hard to tell if that's elevated compared to Cation norms or elevated compared to Frosten norms, because you start noticing some of the very big biological differences. Obviously, they have their extended mandibles in their teeth, but you also notice that her vision is probably twice as sensitive as what Catharis's is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she can probably see at night like any of us would see during the day.
So she's been like genetically enhanced. Pretty
Yes.
significantly.
All the Frostens have been. So
Okay.
this doesn't look like it's an enhancement that she's been enhanced with. It looks like this was one she was born with. It's been passed down through her genome. Actually, almost all of them appear to be passed down through her genome. The only ones you see that are additions are what looks to be like immunoboosters.
We have some kind of super cat on our hands.
Exactly. You notice that her musculature, she's in very good shape. Like underneath, she's got a 6-pack, and she's actually got some pretty hefty pecs too underneath her breasts, and her arms are pretty muscular. And you realize that it's not just that they're muscular. You realize the muscle density is about twice that of a Cation. And Cations
Oh my god.
yeah. So it's tightly packed in there. But what you're reading throughout her is that you're seeing that parts of her body are becoming very stiff and sore.
So, it's like she's been like working out, that kind of sore, or what do you mean?
Sorry, not sore.
Yeah.
Kind of. You think that it's either an infection or some sort of allergic reaction, kind of deal. So
Okay. So can you figure out if it's like it's like an infection, like something we can treat?
You're gonna have to find the source of it first.
Okay. So I mean, we can tell it's her muscles that are kind of having the problems, right?
You do notice that it's in her musculature, primarily in her upper half. Any more than this, you're going to have to spend a momentum for information or do another scan.
I think we can do another scan. How about that?
That
We
sounds
only
like,
have 2 momentum.
yeah, that would probably be the wise course of action. Nurse Vavaros is also going to assist, as will the ship.
Okay. Is it the same thing?
Same rolls.
All right, here we go.
All right, so you guys actually gain 2 momentum from that.
Right.
So-
Oh,
Nice.
did the nurse roll already?
Yes, the nurse rolled already.
Okay.
You're very quickly realizing that the source of what's ever happening to her is happening from the point where her old arm was severed.
Okay. So, and she's got
A cybernetic,
Yes,
robotic.
yes.
It's not the biosynthetic arms that most people like. What Nog got, which was basically a biological replacement. She has a very cheap it kind of looks like an erector set arm.
Wait,
she has.
so she has a Deus Ex style mechanical arm?
It's probably the best she could do on Nimbus 3.
Oof.
That just some back alley doctor installed that.
Oh God.
Is it an infection or is she suffering a rejection?
You're not sure what the amount of information you have. If you want to spend,
looks don't count. That could actually go either way.
You're thinking that you might want some assistance on this one.
So,
Is it possible for us to hail Farasa Prime?
Unfortunately, Farasa Prime is on the other side of the nebula, and it's not going to be possible. In addition,
quickly.
It is going to take you 2 weeks to cross the nebula. Going through it.
Damn it.
Yeah. Your best bet is to. What you can tell is you're probably going to have to run compared to the Cation baseline, which fortunately there's a Cation on board. In addition, you think Lieutenant Commander Kagan, with his personal interest in xenobiology, might be of some assistance in helping to analyze their genetic code to determine if this is an infection, a rejection, an allergic reaction, what have you.
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I could use even an engineer or something if this is some could be a mechanical thing as well. But yeah, anyone who can help. I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, Centurion Sahen is currently indisposed, so who are you going to call to bring down?
Well, I think it would make sense for us to bring the other Cation in.
Okay. So Catheris is in?
Okay, and I guess we should use that to compare first. So, how would we go wrong
here's
with
the
that?
thing. So you actually won't even need to bring her in. You can literally just pull up her medical file because everyone got a full physical at the starbase. So you've got a baseline from her biology plus what's in the computer databases.
Okay, I guess. Well, I'll try to compare whatever's happening to the Frassen then.
Okay. Insight medicine roll, please.
Okay.
Spend those good momentums if you need to.
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
is going to be
one.
a difficulty 4 task.
Spend 2.
Oh my God.
Do I get
And-
help?
Nurse Favaros does not have the knowledge to do this, and Ariel is currently occupied trying to correlate sensor data to prepare for the nebula journey.
Spend 3.
Spend 3, so that's 2 more dice.
Yeah.
So 4 total.
However, you are pretty sure that if you could get him down here, Lieutenant Commander Kagan could assist you in this role.
I can calm down if you like.
Yeah. Okay, if he is an expert, I said, in xenobiology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna hail Commander Kagan.
Okay.
Kagan here.
Commander, it's Captain Harrison. Please report down to sick bay immediately.
Aye, sir.
All right, Doctor. Let me know as soon as your condition changes. Either way, I'm gonna leave because at this point I'm only gonna get in the way.
All right, I'll keep you up to date.
Understood. Thank you, Doctor.
So the captain leaves, and about a minute later, Kagan walks in.
What's the situation?
We've got a very sick Farastan here, and I think your xenobiology skills are going to be very useful.
Okay, I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you, Commander. So, I guess we're going to do the roll now?
Yes, you're going to do the roll now. And given the situation, because you're basically both going to be doing separate rolls on this one. I'm not going to consider it an assist. So you're both
Okay.
going to take do an analysis. So this is both going to be an insight medicine or insight science roll.
How does difficulty work for the two of us?
So it is still a difficulty 4 task, but I'm going to make it additive because you're going to compare notes.
Why don't you guys both spend momentum then?
Yeah, it'll be cheaper. So
Yeah.
3 each. Okay,
All
let's
right.
see. And hey,
Ooh.
look at that.
Very
Oh,
nice.
yeah,
Wow.
very nice, guys. So
Doctor's
that,
gonna doctor.
so that actually gets you 4 momentum. So that maxes you guys out.
And we got like 4 to spare. No, 2 to spare.
No,
No.
because
4 to
you
spare.
used 2. You
No,
both
we
used 2.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
Well, we
Brad,
both used,
you both
yeah.
used 1, so that's 2 used. So that's
Yep.
4 back. So that brings you back up to 6.
Okay.
So the 2 of you just start furiously scanning and doing things from different perspectives, and you quickly realize how long the Ferocans have been engaging in this genetic engineering program. They had to have started this at least 700 to 800 years ago. So whenever they started doing this genome change, it is no longer something that like they have to actively do every generation. It's now just passing down through genes. Well, you notice there are she is literally, as the song says, faster, stronger, and it's crazy as you're going through it, and you realize her immune system is reacting badly. You're still not sure if it's an infection, and you're not quite sure if it is rejection yet. It's going to take a little bit of time because you can't really scan her for an infection like that. Because as we said, her fur reflects sensor scans. So, but the biggest part is that if she is having an infection, it would prove really dangerous to the rest of the ship if it jumps species.
Okay, I guess we should quarantine her, first of all.
Okay. You also are aware that she is probably resistant to force fields. So if she decides that she doesn't want to if she like gets into like some sort of fever panic and tries to go through, she can force herself through the force field. She'll probably hurt herself, but she can do it.
I mean, that's okay. Right now, I'm more worried about the
infection.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't want to get passed around. So
okay, so yeah, isolation field goes up really easily.
okay.
Doctor, what would you think about taking a tissue sample at her shoulder where it's connected to her artificial arm? I think we could determine from that whether this is an infection or a case of rejection.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Commander. Nurse Varask,
Yes.
let's take that tissue sample and get a closer look.
Understood, sir. So she goes over and she just she's looking around, and I'm actually gonna roll for this.
Nice.
Yeah, she takes a tissue sample without disturbing her, and she gets a nice sample of tissue and blood.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look then.
Okay. So for analysis, it's going to be insight science.
I'll take the lead on this one if that's all right, Doctor.
Sure.
Can the doctor assist?
The doctor absolutely can assist.
And specialization in xenobiology applies?
I'm going to allow it. However, and I haven't been keeping track of the threat, and I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
I am going to extend the complication range because you don't know her biology to 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Okay. I'm going to spend momentum for an extra die.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Use that sweet, sweet momentum.
Yep, we got a lot.
Ooh.
Holy cow.
Oof.
Okay, so Sorbain, you still helping on this one?
I mean, do I still need to help?
Yes.
Like you've got it all figured
Let's
out.
get the momentum back.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, you get the momentum back. You very quickly realize this is not an infection; it's rejection.
That was kind of my character's hypothesis anyway.
Mm-hmm. it's not just a rejection. It looks like she might be, whatever is happening here, it's not a rejection like most species have rejection.
She's regenerating the arm, isn't she?
No.
No, okay.
She can't do that.
Okay.
They definitely can't do that. But you get the impression that cybernetics and ferocins do not mix well. And
Doctor, look at this. It's almost as if her white blood cells are attacking the implant. Look at how they're going after the metal there.
I wonder, we might have to remove it.
So, what you also gather from this, if you remove it, you don't know what the consequences will be. It might not stop this reaction. So you need to analyze and compare how various species react to cybernetics.
Yeah, I was like, do we have anything on... I mean, even though the Cations they've diverged from Cations, but they're still the closest thing we have. Do we have anything similar to this in the records? In our records?
Yes, actually. But I'm going to have you roll for it. It's a difficulty 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be, I'm going to say, reason, science.
Okay.
No focus, because you guys are so high up on momentum.
Okay.
You want an assist on this, or you got it?
I'm going to say no assist.
Okay.
Got it.
Difficulty 1. That's so. Hey, there we go.
All right. So you're going to get an automatic extra bit of information.
Great.
So you very quickly realize the Cations have never investigated cybernetics. It's never been an area of major focus for them. It's almost heretical to them. So, as what you do quickly realize comes from the Starfleet medical database, and this is where that extra piece of information comes in. Cations who've been attempted to be assimilated by the Borg do not react well to the assimilation process. It would appear that Cations are not fully compatible with Borg nanotechnology, and roughly only 1 in 3 actually become assimilated. The other 2 and 3 die from exposure to the nanites.
Well, how similar is her bionic arm to like Borg's like bionics, I guess?
I'm gonna say you have to spend momentum on this one.
Okay, yeah, sure. We have a lot right now.
Okay. So, what you very quickly realize is that it's not so much the Borg technology as much as their species seems to have a natural rejection of cybernetics this way. It causes a rejection. And unfortunately, when the rejection begins, it can be fatal. It looks like it triggers an autoimmune response. It's basically like having an autoimmune disease where your immune system goes into hyperdrive. It's doing that, except that in Cations, the thing about Cations is that, and ferocins, is that their biology is very fragile, despite how strong they are. They can jump higher, they can do all these really intense physical activities. But with that, for instance, the heart muscle wears out easier because they are doing much more strenuous activity than most humanoids. So as a result, it's kind of like someone who is prone to heart attacks running on a treadmill.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can try to suppress her immune system right now to stop her from like literally killing herself.
It would at least slow down the immune rejection process, possibly until we could get her to Ferasa Prime.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess I'll have to try to find some. I mean, I assume that there's some kind of stuff like that readily available.
Yeah, there's lots of anti-rejection meds and autoimmune. What's the term? Suppressors on board.
Yeah.
There's also a limited supply of specialized nano immunoboosters that are supposed to be used in case of assimilation that can be used to, say, counteract the body's effect on us, like basically rendering metal inert to the immune system.
Okay. Let's try that first. And,
Okay.
And keep an eye on our vitals.
Okay. I'm going to say that's a control medicine test.
Okay.
And this is going to be a difficulty 3.
All right.
Momentum.
Of course, yes.
Mhm.
Is my nurse going to be able to help me?
Bavaros is going to keep an eye on her for sure. Yes.
Okay, so I guess I'll use a momentum for extra dice. So I have 3.
Okay.
And, oops, I almost did. Okay, control medicine.
Control medicine.
Oh well.
Okay.
A complication came out. I tried
Yeah,
to stop this.
Okay. And so you
Fine.
weigh.
You know what? We could use the extra momentum from that roll to cancel out the complication.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, sure. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So, guys, aren't able to make any momentum, but you stop. You realize after you put it in that, oh crap, these are nanites too, and so you quickly inject an immunosuppressant at the same time, so that her body doesn't start rejecting the nanites. You just inject it in to stop her from rejecting her arm.
There's a lot of rejection going on in this episode.
Oh, it's like half of our love lives, but it causes a little bit of stress, and just for a moment, she leans up, and her eyes kind of roll back forward, and she blinks, and they glow slightly, and she looks at you, Dr. Varask, and goes, "The only crime you were ever guilty of was compassion," and she falls back down on her bed.
Thanks? What was that all about?
Vavaros just goes, "I have no idea."
Well, so I mean, she's doing better?
So you've stopped the spread of the rejection, but it's not halted what's already begun. So essentially, you've put it into an active stalemate. It's not progressing, but she's not improving.
Well, I guess that's improvement from before. Even if it's
Doctor,
just staying there.
actually, first off, Sir B, question for you. Would Commander Kagan know about biomimetic gel?
Yes.
Okay, Doctor, do you have a moment?
Sure.
If she needs a new arm, we might be able to regrow one if we had a quantity of biomimetic gel.
Sorry, I just problem there. Can you repeat what you said? Yeah, sorry. I heard you start it and then it.
Yeah, you're fading in and out, Zorby.
Just that?
Wait, I can hear you. Keep talking.
Okay. You try that again?
Yeah. So, Kagan was saying...
Whatever.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Try to drop out of chat and jump back in.
Yeah.
Sometimes it helps.
And I'm typing it towards him right now.
I could kick him.
No need.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello, he's
Better.
back.
Oh. Okay. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Kagan was
sorry.
saying...
Try again.
Yeah.
You talk about the biomimetic gel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's all
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Why? Canada has failed us.
What the heck, Canada?
Don't you insult our country!
Get better Wi-Fi. No.
No, we've been having really bad snowstorms the last few days.
Yeah, I
How
have
we
some
do it?
friends up there in the frozen north with you, so I know.
Yeah, but he's over here on this side.
Yeah, I'm from Vancouver, so just rain.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, I think it's fine now.
Yeah, I think you're fine now. So,
Yeah. Commander Kagan, that's a great idea. I think we should start looking into that option.
all right. You guys are going to need to do an insight medicine check to see if you guys have enough gel to do that.
Oh no.
Okay.
Can we shoot a torpedo at a planet and grow more gel?
I'm sorry to say that Genesis technology is highly classified.
No, this was. I think it was referring to the spores on Discovery.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that either.
Okay, sorry. Insight medicine.
Insight medicine. This is just to check your stores. It's going to be a difficulty 1 task.
Okay.
Okay. We both rolling it, or who's rolling it?
Either one of you can roll it. Either one of you can assist if you want. Up
I'll
to you.
assist.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good. My stats
Okay.
pretty good for this. Here you go. Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, luckily no complications.
And guess who got the difficulty roll on the assist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, you guys go down and you realize you have enough to clone an arm, but you couldn't make her regrow one. So you will
Cloning it using her tissue sample would be doable, though.
yes, but you would have to surgically remove the old arm, and you guys are going to have to figure out how to do that without agitating her further.
In point of order, would she actually want the new arm?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. What does she want?
Well, I mean, the old one's going to kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we should remove the old arm, but does she want a new one? We're getting into issues of consent here.
Don't put it on yet.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, the other kicker is she has to have known her body would react like this, and she chose to have that arm put on her anyway.
I wonder. I mean, maybe we can try to.
If we can't wake her up, we have to presume she wants 2 arms.
Yeah, but I think at a minimum, we will have to remove it, or she will die.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
So
If you take something from someone, you ought to give them something in return.
I want you guys to roll another insight, any discipline check. Difficulty 2.
Okay.
And this is for both of you. This is a separate check.
Well.
I'm going to steal another momentum. Is that okay, guys?
That's okay.
Yep. Oh.
Well, I'm banking that one as threat.
Fair enough. Well, at least Zorbane got the roll.
Yes, Zorbane got the roll. Kagan's like, we just rip it out of her.
No. Slow down, click on.
Zorbane, Dr. Varask realizes, oh, you know what? She's usually empathic, but whatever is affecting her when we injected her with the nanites, for a brief moment, she kind of got a little telepathic. If she's receptive to telepathy, maybe one of the telepaths on board could do it. And we've got Lieutenant Korea, who's an Okampan, and she's a telepath. Maybe she could find a way to communicate with her.
All right. I guess we should do that. We should talk to her before we.
If at all
Go on with
possible,
anything.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, Korea comes down after a few minutes and goes, Doctor, what seems to be going on?
Well, we've got an unconscious patient right now who we can't communicate with, but we're thinking we could use your telepathic abilities to make contact.
Interesting. I've heard of such things being done before, but I'm not quite sure about that. But yeah, I think I can do that.
All right. I guess we'll monitor their life signs as. So we got to inject the nanites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. Okay,
Well, actually, you don't need to inject the nanites because they're already in her.
Okay. Okay, so her like telepathic ability is like heightened right now still.
Yes, and Kriya's an Okampan, so an awakened Okampan, so she can do this.
All right. So let's monitor the whales while she does that.
Yep. You monitor Fang. Okay. So. Okay. So it's not just her though that I have to roll.
Juggling all of the NPCs.
Juggling both Kriya and Fang.
Holy cow.
Fang actually reaches out.
Oh, whoa, holy cow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Kriya's kind of taken back. And there's just a moment where Fang's eyes are glowing this brilliant blue. And she just kind of, and then her eyes roll back into her head, the glow disappears, and she falls out unconscious again. And Kriya's just like, oh my god, that was amazing. I'm sorry, I've never interacted with another telepath like this before. I was supposed to meet a Beta Z advisor, but he was killed in the war, so I've never had a chance to experience this. That was amazing.
Out of character, does she need a turbo lift?
No, she does not need a turbo lift.
Okay.
So, by the way, you guys actually gained 2 momentum from that. So.
Oh, thank you.
Sweet.
Thing.
Mm-hmm. And she just turns and goes, "Doctor, she'll take a new arm."
Okay. And then let's get to it.
Kriya dismisses herself.
Thank
So,
you.
Kagan, do you want to be part of the surgery?
Yes.
It was your idea.
All right. Now we get to do the honorable Peon surgery. All right.
Fox that combat, rate it cloning new body parts.
Right. So
We
this
hope.
is going to be an extended task.
Leave the combat in Oregon.
I know. So this is going to be an extended task. What we're going to need is one of you has to clone the organs. One of you has to perform the removal surgery of the cybernetic, and then you both have to basically attach the new arm to her.
Cloning the new organ sounds more science-oriented as opposed to the surgery, which sounds a little bit more up the medical line.
Okay.
Yep, also the same thing.
Okay, so who wants to go first? Because either cloning or removing the arm can happen at either time. It's going to be done simultaneously.
You know what? I think we could clone the arm first.
Okay.
And I mean, even if that should fail, if that should fail, we know that, well, our options are somewhat more limited. But
yeah,
I'll make sure I don't.
Yeah, you can clone a new biosynthetic arm. So you're going to have to roll. This is part of an extended task, so
yep.
You're going to have to first sample her DNA for this.
Okay.
And I'm going to say
we've got the tissue sample.
Right. So you have a tissue sample, but it's been used because you need to take a test, so you have to get a new one.
Okay. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 3 because of Varask and resilience.
Okay.
Because you're going for like a piece of bone marrow or epithelial cells.
Okay. And what am I rolling?
You are rolling in control science or control medical, whatever you'd like, and I will allow your xenobiology to apply.
Okay, so xenobiology. And you said the difficulty was 3?
Yes.
I mean,
I'm going to use my determination here, I think.
Ooh.
Okay.
Uh,
Are you sure you want to use it here? You may need that when you need it
okay.
for surgery.
No, that's fair. If the GM's asking me that question, maybe I should save it. I will burn a momentum.
I
though.
mean, I am gonna say that either way, it's gonna come down to choice because this is gonna be difficult all the way around.
Yeah, I'm going to use a momentum though for the roll, but I'll save the determination.
Already took the momentum away.
Okay, good deal. I'm going to go with control science,
Okay.
and here we go.
Okay, and so that wasn't enough to get a breakthrough. You jam it
All
in
right.
there, and you
Can I,
don't get anything useful out of it.
Can I do success at a cost?
You may.
Okay.
So
Guys, are
the
you okay
cost.
with that?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
Okay. So you get your sample, but you're a little more aggressive about it than, say, the doctor would be. I'm going to award you 5 threat, and Fang is going to lose 1 stress.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotta be careful with that strength there, Commander.
You know, I didn't have when I needed it in the holodeck, and now I just have too much.
Stupid holo program! I'll take it out of this cat instead!
Balance. Everything is
Yeah.
balanced.
Okay, that's my line.
Alright, so you have your
It's like
cells
opening a
sample.
jar of pickles. Got it open.
So you.
Please don't compare her to pickles.
Oh. We don't want to talk about pickles after Sahan and Kashima and the turbolift.
Oof.
So you have your tissue sample. So you go over to the science, the medical lab that's in the side room, and you start putting together all the equipment. So to set, most of this is already pre-made, so I'm not going to make you roll for it. And you get it set up, and you enter the sample. I'm now going to have you roll a reason science task.
Okay.
Your focus will not apply this time, however.
Okay. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 4.
Here's where I'm going to use my determination.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
And calling on I will fight for my ship and its crew.
Okay.
If
I
think
mean,
that would apply.
you can also create a value, remember.
Yeah, I can, but I feel like I am fighting for Captain Fang's life here.
Okay. That's perfectly acceptable.
All right, and I'm going to steal another momentum too, if that's okay with you guys. Because the way I've been rolling, I'm going to need 3 dice on top of my 2 successes.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
Oh,
You might
boy.
make momentum back too if something magical happens.
Exactly.
Magic.
All
Let's
right.
do this.
So 2 for my determination and 3, 4.
Yep, so you hit it. And
Yep.
so you start programming it in there, and you're in the zone, man, and you're programming a new arm for Fang, and you're seeing all the genetic material come together, and you're just seeing the miracle of creation as you start pouring
Wow.
in the
You almost had
biogenetic-
life.
Yes.
And I'm probably also realizing that the Farazans as a species, with as much genetic manipulation as they've done, have been either very lucky or have not yet hit the point in their artificial evolution where, without having a baseline, they're going to drive themselves to extinction.
No, if anything, they have definitely improved the species. I'm, however, also going to award you with a bit of additional knowledge from this.
Okay.
With this much information about the Farasan genetic code, you realize that besides that immunobooster, you would say that Farasans have not been engineering themselves for over 100 years now.
Okay. So they haven't been engaged in active genetic engineering for about a century?
Nope. The only things you see are the immunoboosters, and you're seeing modification to one gene that was already artificially it looks like it's kind of a kill switch for the telepathy, and Fang doesn't look like she's personally had it.
Gotcha. Interesting.
When I say kill switch, I don't mean like I mean like
Right.
oh nope, don't.
Like an off switch for the telepathy itself.
Yeah, it's like a light switch. If she got a migraine or something, it would turn it off.
Well, I mean, if she got a migraine, it would probably turn her off too.
Probably.
Totally understand.
And it wouldn't reactivate until she told that part of her brain to use it again.
Gotcha.
And a new synthetic arm begins to grow inside the biomimetic gel.
Doctor, we have a bouncing baby arm.
Oh, great. Now I guess it's my turn.
Mm-hmm. So, as you go over to Fang's arm, you realize removing it is not going to be that difficult. The hard part is not causing nerve damage.
Okay. I'll have my nurse assist me, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a delicate procedure?
Yes, it's going to be a delicate procedure. So, to prevent nerve damage, and because you are unfamiliar with her biology, however, I am also going to spend 3 threat to expend the complication range by 3.
Oh, for me? Wow.
For you, because you are unfamiliar with her biology.
Okay.
The difficulty on the task of removing it is 4.
Okay.
We've got enough momentum for 2 extra dice, and you've got a determination point.
Yeah, you could.
Oh,
make
right.
a value.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I use determination as 2.
Just remember, we do have to actually put the new arm on, so that's probably gonna require something.
And there's also the fact that Dr. Varask does not have a value yet to use a determination, so you'll have to create one.
This is my. Okay. Should I? I mean, so hold on. We can get 2 dice right now, and I also do have the nurse assisting me, so that'd be 5 dice.
Yeah.
And the ship will be assisting you too.
Okay, so I think I won't need determination right now. I'll
Okay.
save it for the last part.
So if you just do 3 momentum to buy 2 dice, you will be out of momentum.
Okay. So wait. So it's 4 difficulty. I'll have base 2, and then 1 from the nurse, 1 from the ship.
Ship is 1 as well.
Okay, so that's 4. Maybe I just need 1. What do you guys think?
Take
All
2.
Spend the momentum. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What's the ship
Taking it
rolling?
all.
So the ship will roll. I'm gonna say in this case it's gonna be computers medicine,
Okay.
Okay.
and then I'm gonna roll Vivaros here.
I'll get the ship.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, thank you, Cassini.
Hey, there we go. Hey. We did
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you did good. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you guys get 2 momentum back.
Oh, thank goodness.
Gotta spend
Aye.
momentum to make momentum.
Yeah.
Gotta rip out an arm to put on a new one.
Oh
Okay.
man, you got very
Hey, I
close
got
on that
you.
0.
New value. Get a rip out an arm to put in a new one.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay. Anyways. Okay.
Okay. So you skillfully, you don't know how you do it, but like you very easily slip in there and you start severing the nerve endings, and you do it with such precision. It's beautiful. Like no damage, no frayed ends. It's like they were never attached in the first place. And
This is
you
my
just,
doctor.
yeah, you're a doctor.
You're the doctorate.
You're a doctor, not an engineer, but today you're kind of both, because you just pop out that artificial arm.
It's like I'm a doctor, not a Klingon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not like Kagan there.
Cell phone.
All right, nicely done. And Vavaros goes over and like disinfects it to make sure that infection doesn't set in, and almost immediately you start seeing the swelling reduce.
All right, it's looking good.
It's looking good.
Kagan?
Doctor?
Looks like we're ready for your, as you said, bouncing baby arm.
Is the arm ready?
The arm is ready. I
Guess we
mean,
should check that first.
it takes about an hour to grow. So
Okay. So it was growing while he was doing the surgery, kind of.
basically, yes. The bouncing baby arm comes over in its gel case. It's being kept alive by the biomimetic gel. All right. So, obviously, Dr. Varask, you're going to perform this surgery. Kagan, are you going to assist?
Yes, I am.
All right, and so is Vavaros.
Okay.
Will the ship also assist?
The ship is not going to assist directly in rolls. However, Ariel will be maintaining analysis of the arm.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What are we rolling?
So, for Varask and Vavaros, it's going to be control medicine. Kagan, because it's your arm, I want you to roll insight medicine.
Insight medicine. Okay.
I am spending the rest of the threat to expand the complication range by 2. And on top of this, the difficulty is 5.
Okay. Okay. So
Because you guys, removing things is easy. Installing a new arm is hard. And you still...
Those deets.
Yes.
Now, let me see something here. Does my testing a theory come in to play on this? Because I've made several rolls related to this that have been successful.
Let me double check that really fast.
Sure.
I do have experimental surgery techniques, actually.
Yes, that will definitely apply here.
Nice.
Nice.
So, flipping through my book here. Supporting
Oh,
character.
is her new arm gonna have no fur on it yet?
It's growing a light level of fur. It will fully grow in. So,
Cool.
She's like, I want to touch the baby fur.
The soft
It-
fur.
actually, her fur naturally.
Soft kitty.
So her fur is actually really soft by default.
Nice.
So
She has that good chinchilla fur.
it's softer than that.
She's a conditioner.
Yeah. No, like this is genetically engineered. I'm going to say yes.
They were totally concerned with being fluffy.
It is way too soft for as far into criminal she is.
So I'm going to say yes. Kakon's testing a theory is going to apply here because this is an experimental procedure, and you're theoretically attaching an arm to a Ferosan with no official medical knowledge of the species.
Nice.
Okay.
What does that do?
It
So
gives me an extra d20,
Ooh, very cool.
All right.
which means we can use one of the 2 momentum that we've got left for the doctor to add a die to his roll.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I'm having Vavaros roll right now. Ooh.
Nothing from him, but does my xenobiology focus apply?
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Just
You got
so
2
that
from me,
guess-
Doc.
It's clear.
Now
he
is
hasn't used
now
it.
is determination time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I like the you gotta rip off an old arm to put in a new one.
Okay.
Okay.
And are you using any momentum?
Yeah, one. The one
Okay.
that I can use. So it's gonna be 3 dice and then the 2.
And then 2 successes.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
the old
So,
Nice.
so the
That
doctor
is-
does it all by himself,
Beautiful.
and
And we gain 2 momentum.
you gain 2 momentum, and you skillfully weave that arm and the nerve ganglia all back together, and it's as if she never lost an arm. The only way you can tell the difference, her new arm's fur is still a slightly lighter color because it's new.
At the end, you just drop the scalpel and walk away.
Boom.
Nurse, finish up here.
Boom.
Yeah, and then Fang will step on the scalpel and get an infection and die.
Balance demands it. No, so
That's a good point. Now he's got to rip up his own arm. Give me a second.
Doc, you want to try it again? No, so it goes smoothly, and the swelling starts going down, and you think she's gonna sleep peacefully for about 8 to 9 hours, and wake up with a fully functional arm.
Is she purring now?
I wouldn't say she's at purr levels yet.
Definitely not at PERS levels yet. So,
Doctor, the Klingons have a drink known as blood wine, and I think this occasion may call for breaking some out.
Oh, that sounds like an excellent idea. And I get one of those like alcohol, so I don't die when I drink it.
yes, one of the alcohol
Yeah.
inhibitors.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Well, you're almost done with the story for today, but there's one more scene we're gonna have to do. Commander Catheris, can we borrow you for a moment?
Sure.
All right.
I'm on the bridge right now, so.
So you're back on the bridge, and of all people walks in, Halfling Duong walks in. Commander, can I borrow you for a moment?
For what?
A moment. I need to talk to you about something.
I suppose the conference room is available.
Perfect.
Who's on the bridge right now besides me?
I'm gonna say, actually, give me a second to get this into my, because obviously Kagan isn't there because he's off drinking with the.
Oh, the captain went back to the bridge.
Yeah, the
I'm there.
captain.
Yeah,
the
okay.
captain came back, and I'm trying to put his thing back on the token layer.
I'm
I
having
see.
I'm having a cup of Earl Grey tea and finding I don't really care for it.
Yep, and obviously the Centurion isn't there.
Of course.
But
Captain, if this is all right with you.
Sounds good, Commander.
All right. So you guys move over into the conference room, and Kathleen kind of goes, "Oh, it's beautiful. Kind of never seen one on an Intrepid class, or I'm sorry, on a Pathfinder class starship before." Commander, so I've been doing some research at the captain's discretion, trying to research into family histories, and I found a discrepancy in your file.
What kind of discrepancy?
So I looked into who your family was, and according to all the records I found, there was no evidence that your supposed parents on record were raising a child.
I just sort of stand there for a long moment, blinking.
I did find records of that they were your biological parents, but they put you up for adoption when you were born.
Interesting. What?
I haven't been able to find who raised you, though. All my contacts suddenly go quiet about it when I try to ask.
You said was.
Well, I said was because I'd only gotten through 3 members of the crew when I got to yours, and I figured this was big enough information for you to know immediately.
No, I understand that, but you used past tense when referring to my parents.
Well, your biological parents are both dead. That part of the file isn't fabricated, but they didn't raise you.
Did it say how they died?
Same way that the biography did.
Okay.
What I can tell you is whoever is blocking you is Starfleet. I don't understand it. I don't understand why Starfleet would suddenly prevent you from trying to contact family members.
They likely think it's for the best.
Why? Why would they think it's for the best? How could lying to you be for the best?
I just kind of stand there for a minute and I think. And I look at her and tilt my head back. Well, sometimes it's for protection. Perhaps the people who raised me need not be connected to me.
I don't know. And she just kind of turns around and kind of puts her hands on her head and just kind of grabs her hair for a moment and then turns back around. Look, in my 20 years of reporting the news, I don't like it when Starfleet gets cagey about things. But usually when they get cagey about things, it's military operations, classified scientific operations, things that, you know, the populace is too delicate to hear about. That this is about someone's personal files, about who their family is? That's weird. That is beyond unusual.
Well, if you think it's something of note, you have my permission to keep digging.
I will. I absolutely will. Excuse me. And she walks up. At this moment, Centurion Sahen walks onto the bridge alongside Tovan Kev.
This is the studio audience they'll be wooing right now.
Yeah, they're booing. And
Thanks, Ariel.
the Centurion walks over and goes, well, they're leaving. Tovan goes, yeah, we are. Thank you for your hospitality, Captain.
My pleasure.
Sorry we didn't get a chance to stay longer, but I need to get back to my ship. I don't exactly, I like my captain, but I don't want to leave him alone for long periods of time, if you know what I mean.
And thus the player in Star Trek Online missed the 2-hour window that they had to actually get rid of Tovan Kev.
And he goes, permission to disembark, Captain.
Permission granted. Good sailing out there.
Thank you, you too, and be careful in the nebula.
Thank you.
And Tovan leaves, the door shuts, and this is when Catheris walks out of the room and Kathleen moves towards the turbolift and leaves as well.
Okay. Everything go all right, Commander?
Yes. Thank you, Captain. Everything's fine.
All right.
Oh.
You ever had this Earl Grey tea stuff? It's awful. But I'm drinking it.
No, I haven't. I'll have to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And
drinking it hot, obviously.
Just sipping that tea.
And this is when Kagan comes on the bridge with Dr. Varask, mugs of blood wine in their hands, singing Klingon war songs.
Wrong turn.
And I'm just gonna raise my eyebrow and be like, and there's a reason we're drunk on the bridge because.
Yeah. I stand up again.
I'm not drunk. I can hold my liquor. See? I'm holding it right now.
You can't.
I'm gonna have you roll for that. Fitness security right now. Difficulty 2.
I'm gonna burn a momentum.
Okay.
Yeah,
But Dr. Varask has to do it, and his is difficulty 3.
Varask had the alcohol inhibitors, though, didn't he?
It's still Klingon blood wine. That's why it's not 4.
Fitness and security?
Yes.
This is not good. I'm gonna use a momentum too.
All right. We'll kill it all
God.
off.
Oh!
At least
And
it's not
Dr.
three
Varask hits
complications.
the floor.
The doctor, on the other hand, is drunk.
So I trust the operation went well.
Operation.
Captain Fang has a new arm. Her body was rejecting the one she received on Nimbus 3, but the good doctor here, I say, looking down, expertly grafted a new one that we cloned in sickbay.
That's great. That's good work from both of you. Could someone please pick up the doctor before he rejects that blood wine all over the floor?
Yes, Captain.
That stain will
help
not
him
come
move
out.
his quarters.
That's a purple stain there.
We'd have to tear out all the carpet. That's just a pain.
And it gets into the deck plates. And, oh, it'll be awful. I don't want
Well,
anything to do with that.
The smell, you'll never get it out.
Will she be all right for when we arrive at Frisia?
She should be fine after a cat nap.
I just stare at Kagan.
Commander,
I
front of the brick.
I
My
audibly
antenna
groan.
bend backwards.
You're relieved.
Now, if I would have said that, that would have been funny.
Yeah,
No,
I think
it still
Grass
wouldn't have
has-
been funny.
My apologies, Commander. That was groan-worthy.
Zorbane,
just-
can you roll a fitness security check right now?
Another one? Okay. Uh-oh.
We've got one momentum left.
Alright.
Spend it.
Oh!
And the doctor vomits all over the floor.
I'll get a security detail to clean that up.
And an engineering detail.
And I will make a note in the doctor's file, no blood wine.
And Centurion Sahen's just sitting there going, I am going to hate having to tell Kashima about this.
Over my new carpet.
Well, are we ready to go to warp, sir?
I can't imagine how we can make things any worse, so yes. Set a course.
And no need to roll on it, and that's where we're ending tonight's show. Thank you, everyone.
Vomit on the bridge.